we'll see if we get a response. Welcome to West Virginia. I was trying to get that on film. Pocahontas County, named after my ancestor Pocahontas. So now we're on the way. We're going to do maybe hit a couple of places that there have been Bigfoot sightings, and on the way home.
This should be a good time of evening.
Yes, it should. So it'll be getting dark in a little while, but we'll see.
See what we can find.
So we're at the Old House Run picnic area. This is a really beautiful little picnic area. Got a shelter down here. It is next to the highway, but it's pretty quiet other than an occasional car coming by. There's a thing with little heart on it. It says, I need a home. I found a quilted heart. Huh. That's neat. That is pretty cool. It says, I found a quilted heart. Go to IFAQH, is that what that is?
.com.
.com. I found a quilted home.com. Oh, quilted heart, I'm sorry.
It's got a little anchor.
Did you hear that?
That was there.
No. It was up there. Alright, what's the name of this place thing? Something house, Old House Run or something? Yeah, Old House Run. And I thought I heard like a whoop, but that was it. There's nothing else. And it might not have been a whoop, so I don't know. We'll be stopping at some other cool spots and checking it out. I just gotta say it looks very squatchy. What do you think?
Yeah, it just like went from right top of the mountain, kind of sunny, to, I mean, still light enough, but
In the woods though.
you get down, and then all these trees, it's just like dark forest.
It really is.
It just totally changes.
Yes, it does. Okay, we're gonna head down towards Buffalo Lake, where there has been numerous Bigfoot sightings. So we're just gonna take it slow and see what happens. I did just see a chipmunk, so
That's a sign.
that's a sign. Yeah, they probably eat them.
Little snack.
That's why they're always running scared. So as we're driving, I want to tell you a story about a father and a son that were camping and fishing in Pocahontas County. They were trout fishing, and they spent 3 nights. Well, the first night was just nothing really going on. The second night, the son is sleeping in a tent separately from his dad because his dad snores really bad, and the son kept hearing this screaming sound way up on the mountainside. Couldn't figure out what it was. Then all of a sudden it got really close, and it was constantly screaming, and he couldn't figure out what it was. And he sat up, he says, "What the heck is that?" Now that kind of reminds me of the time that I spent the night at the island campground. But anyway, the next day he had a similar incident. He told his dad about it, and the next day while they're cooking hamburgers, they both hear this really long ooh sound that went on, and it scared them both to death. And they said they didn't know what it was, couldn't make it out, but they searched on the internet and found some Bigfoot vocalizations. So this incident, those 2 nights, sounded quite similar to what I experienced at the island campground. And these guys were in another location in Pocahontas County. Now look at this beautiful Lake Buffalo, which is very close to the island campground, and there's been numerous sightings here. That would be a cool place to come back and maybe camp, or we can just go back to the islands, but we're scouting it out. As we're heading back out of Lake Buffalo recreation area, I just wanted to let you note that there's been 59 reported Bigfoot sightings or incidents on the eastern part of West Virginia, which is mostly Monongaheala National Forest. Now, those are the reports. As you know, a lot of West Virginians just don't report their incidents. Definitely a squatchy place, but it looked like some really good fishing and very relaxing.
Yeah.
So nice. All right, we're going to continue, see what we can get into. Okay guys, we're now at the island campground, which is where I did that West Virginia Bigfoot vocalizations video. And we're gonna get out, walk around, see what we can see. So this is where I was. And then you got people that just leave crap like that in the fireplace. That makes me mad. But this is where I was. Camped out and had my tent right there where Tina's at. Well, a little bit back that way. This is one quiet place. Thinking back, I think what started all the activity was when I cooked those hamburgers, those Oklahoma onion burgers. And that just, you could smell it. Just any animal, bears, whatever, could smell that. Plus the fire. And once again, nobody's here. It's Saturday and nobody's here. Tina, we got to come back very soon.
Yeah.
We got to come back because this is just an awesome place. All right, we're going to drive up to the end of this place and then just take a short walk. I've recovered, I think, from my stress fracture, but I'm not going to overdo it yet. So I don't want to walk too far. So I just camped right back there. Not too far, and then we're going to drive up the road here, see what's going on.
Check out the rest of the campsites.
right there is where the trail starts. I'm gonna park over here, but I'm gonna show you this huge spot to camp. I'll circle back around. So check this out.
Look at all those boards.
This is a really nice spot right here.
It is. It's huge.
It's big, and it's like somebody left a bunch of wood to burn, and it's got a big fire pit. And what's cool here is you're right by the creek. You could get a big RV in here.
Oh, easy.
It's pretty cool. Most of the spots would handle pretty decent sized vehicles, but there are no facilities except for the restroom. So
yeah, that's it.
all right, we're gonna park over there. So let's get back in. All right, this is where I walked that evening. And pretty squatchy little trail, but then later on in the video at that once I go to sleep, boy, all stuff was breaking loose. That's quiet, isn't it?
Yeah.
No birds, no nothing.
Very, very quiet.
Now we'll see if we get a response. See how that's all smashed down right there.
Yeah.
Of course, it is in a lot of places. So this is the first time, I guess, in 8 weeks that I've walked on anything but like flat ground. As soon as I started stepping on these rocks, and they're not that big, my foot has started screaming. So I'm not going to go very far. Yeah, it's pretty. Still, what time is it? It's like 5:30 maybe,
Yeah.
5:30. We've gotten no response from the tree knocks.
It's very quiet, except for the wind. Just now picked up. But otherwise, it's quiet. You can't hear
Nothing, no birds or anything.
So quiet.
I think that was a tree. We heard a little squeak, something, didn't you? Like a. So that was probably those trees hitting each other up there. But maybe not. I heard it again over here. There it was again. So everybody always tells me not to come out here alone, so I brought Tina. Guys, I can't go very far. I thought my foot might be ready because I've been walking pretty good. But nope. Got on this uneven ground and it's not quite ready yet. You think you heard something?
Yeah, it was just squeaky, not squally.
Not squatchy?
Like squatches squall. They don't squeak. They squall.
So I had planned to get out and do a lot this summer, but that broken foot set me back, and I thought it might be ready. I've been walking real easy, but as soon as I hit these rocks, as Tina was saying, what were you saying? She's the orthopedic specialist.
I'm just saying, like, even little rocks, every step you take is uneven, so that can be very challenging, for sure.
Like it's putting pressure on each of the metatarsals, especially the one that was broken, and God, it hurts. I mean, it's
right where you broke it is exactly where you step and have to maneuver your step off, if you will.
Yeah.
And that's tough. So that bone, you know.
A few more weeks, we'll try it again. So the mosquitoes are really bad, but I use this repel they hadn't touched us since. I mean, they were flying all over. Like when we were over there, you might even seen them as we were looking at that big campsite. So I got this stuff out, sprayed it on us, and got it in my mouth and everything.
Yeah, I forgot to video that. I should have. It's quite comical. Oh goodness.
She missed out a good chance to make fun of me. So anyway, we'll go on. We'll stop at some other places. As it gets darker, it gets squatchier. As we are approaching Green Bank, West Virginia, which is the home of the Radio Observatory Science Research Center, and they are communicating with outer space. Now, it puts you in mind that many people think that Bigfoot is actually an alien or some other kind of creature from out of this world. There's others that think Bigfoot steps through portals, and that's why we can't always find him. So, incidentally, we're going to show you some of the bigger. There's a small radio observatory tower right there, but there's some large radio observatory towers that they say they're communicating with outer space. Okay, and this facility didn't start until the 50s, right after the Flatwoods Monster incident, which is in the early 50s, and in 1947 was the Roswell incident, where there's a bug on my glasses. But in 1947 was the Roswell incident where the saucer crashed, and then not too long after that, this area was established. So what do you think about that? That's pretty interesting. So years ago, we came up to a basketball tournament when I was coaching basketball in high school, and we stayed, I believe we stayed in this, like a dorm area right over here. And one of my assistant coaches at night, he smoked, so he took a walk, just walking down here in the evening. It was pretty dark, he said. But he said he saw these really dark, long, lean figures walking around. So we were like, "Oh, you're making that up." He goes, No, I swear, it was real. We saw it." So it was crazy. So I find it really interesting that this area, this facility, this science research center didn't start until after the Flatwood Monsters. And I did a video about the Flatwoods Monster and that incident, and also did of course the Roswell, New Mexico incident. You might want to check both of those out. And so we're communicating somehow, some way with somebody. Not sure who or what. Alright guys, we're going into Lake Sherwood. It's a recreation area. So I will tell you a story once I get to the lake. Yeah, it is very nice. We should come spend some time here. It must have been a more narrow spot than this, because if something walked out there, you wouldn't notice it.
Yeah.
So, the son and his dad were fishing somewhere on this lake. Probably not right here, because that's a long way across. Probably a different site. But they were fishing on this lake right here. It was kind of late in the season, and so they were just fishing, and they heard knocks from across the other side of the lake. Like pretty loud knocks. And they were just sitting, well, not here, but they were fishing. And then they decided, they just set their poles down, they listened. And all of a sudden they saw emerging from the woods this huge Bigfoot. And I don't think this was a spot, because they were kind of like in fear that he could get to them. So wherever that was, we'll look around the lake and see if there's a more narrow part. And they said, well, it's time to go. And they did. It was right here at Lake Sherwood. I would say this is the more likely spot. You can see the shoreline a lot easier right there. Very beautiful. Because from right here, you can clearly see if something stepped out of the woods over there. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this adventure. We're out of here. Keep it squatchy.